Hey guys, it's Chris from MyCrystalCuriosities coming to you in Solar Plexus Yellow. Welcome back to our mini chakra workshop this week as we celebrate Chakra Week. We are on episode number 8 already. Hard to believe. And if you're thinking, how did they get to 8? It's only day 3. Day 1, when we discussed the root chakra, we had other episodes about what is a root chakra and how they got their colors. So there was several things there that kind of kicked off. If you missed any of the episodes up till now, you can always go back to my timeline on my Facebook page at Chris Harche or my Crystal Curiosities also. Or you can go to my Instagram page at my Crystal Curiosities. So if you've missed anything, you can always go back. So let's talk about the solar plexus. This is, as we mentioned, identified in yellow. It is located between the 7th and 8th thoracic vertebrae. That's actually between the navel, right at the belly button, and right up to the sternum. So that area right in between is our solar plexus location. It is the chakra of personal power. It relates to the element of fire, and it connects with the sun. So this is all about power and growth. And this chakra, it's about energy and vitality. It's in essence, it's the body's battery, if you will. So, when you need that recharge, that's where the solar plexus is where we like to do that. Metabolism and motion, it's where we have that instinct. When you think, God, I have that gut instinct that I should blank. Well, that's where this is coming from, is the solar plexus. The lower intuition, this is where intuition starts. And then it starts to move up and really becomes big when we get into the third eye, which we'll talk about in a couple of days. But lower intuition starts right here in the solar plexus as well. Willpower, desire, personal power, personal authority, inner strength, and self-control. It really is about purpose. And I would ask you a question, and that question would be, what is your purpose? So as an individual walking this earth, what is your purpose? And, many of us don't know. And if you do struggle with that question, I would strongly suggest taking just a moment and maybe pondering it, because the first step to any kind of healing is awareness. So once we're aware of the question, then kind of let things start to flow. While you're enjoying a cup of coffee on the back patio, or enjoying the sunshine, or just winding up your day, in the quiet time, which is a great form of meditation, by the way. It's a great way for things to kind of like that start to come to you in pieces. So if this is a tough question for you, it could be a little bit of a lower vibration in that solar plexus. So we definitely want to work on that. From an emotional and spiritual perspective, it's really all about expansiveness and growth of who we are spiritually. The anatomical connections of the solar plexus include the digestive system, includes the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the bile, and the small intestine. It also relates directly to the pancreas. So anyone with issues, with medical or health issues in these areas, may consider making efforts to raise your vibration in this particular chakra, okay? And a lot of us do. So this is a good chakra to be focused on. Personality traits that tend to come from the solar plexus include self-confidence. It includes being self-reliant. It includes being self-motivated, thinking about the future, wanting to make a difference, being ambitious, being a natural leader, being a planner and a challenger, somebody who kind of challenges the system sometimes, being a problem solver. And they tend to think outside of the box. So they may be visionaries or independent individuals, usually people who are starting up their own businesses. This is a perfect description of that type of an individual. So do these descriptions describe you? If self-confidence is not your strength, then perhaps this chakra once again is where you need to do some work, okay? So just keep that in mind. Um, individuals individuals who have an unbalanced solar chakra tend to be arrogant, and they tend to be a little hypocritical, incompetent at times. They could be inflexible. They might be very concerned with power and fame, and they're unable to finish things. You can almost feel like a selfishness that would be coming from them. So that is some of the characteristics that we might see from someone who is struggling. What we really want to see and strive is to be determined and intelligent. A leader is what we want to try to be, and who can be warm and humorous, but cool and calm and assertive when required. They should project a very positive self-esteem. So let's talk about a little bit on how to achieve this balance in the chakra. We must raise our vibration in the solar plexus, and we can do that by using the following modalities. So here we go with crystals, yay! First of all, citrine is going to be the obvious choice here. I happen to be wearing some citrine today, and this is going to help bring in that vibration and try to bring me to all the things that we talked about before. Do we struggle with these? Absolutely, and it's always an ongoing healing, guys. So, just because you wear a citrine bracelet doesn't mean all your questions are going to be answered. So it takes work. Other crystals that work here are tiger's eye and pyrite, which is also known as fool's gold. It brings in that creativity, but also abundance. Yellow quartz is a great crystal to use. I mentioned before amber. In this case, golden amber is great. And sunstone brings in a real nice vibration to not only our sacral chakra, which we talked about yesterday, but also the solar plexus. Aromatherapy is another great way. Clary sage, juniper, and geranium are amazing oils to use. And the reason that they are very special is because they all share an antidepressant, kind of an antiseptic quality. Using these oils in diffusers or during therapeutic massage or even a spa bath are excellent choices to help bring in that vibration. Yoga and meditation are wonderful, and what you would want to use if you are doing meditation are affirmations that inspire self-power, and I will post some examples of that separately. And guys, I want to go back and just say, sometimes people get a little nervous about the word meditation. It does not have to be lengthy. It really is just about doing something that you love or taking a moment of quiet. So you don't have to go into some kind of a zone for 30 minutes. I mean, if you can, it's great. But just to start, it might be sitting there for 5 minutes, and you might even fall asleep. And guess what? That's okay too. So don't ever be afraid of meditation, but affirmation's really important. Herbs, using blackberry, ginger, mango, and peppermint can all benefit the solar plexus. And I do want to talk once again about creating an altar. So in this case, solar plexus being fire, I like to use, an altar can be a small table, whether it's inside your home, in a corner, outside, using yellow tapestry and bringing in things that would correspond to making you feel like you're powerful. And this could be a very personal altar. Candles for the flame, for fire. I also like to bring in the crystals, citrine, whatever that might look like for you, and things that inspire you. So it could be pictures, it could be your children, it could be your husband, your wife, your family, your job might inspire you. So anything like that, it could be flowers. So bring into that altar, because all it really does is brings awareness and really makes us stop for just a moment and think about what we're doing. We always want to approach this with a purpose. Okay, so that's really the message there. So I hope you enjoyed this topic in regards to the solar plexus, and we will be checking back in with you shortly.